We all know that PVC is such a versatile material, having wonderful applications in different sectors and a beautiful range of properties. Unlike other thermoplastics, where we need to have different grades for different processing and different grades for different applications, PVC, we are very much happy with just two grades, that is K57 and K67, to meet the whole range of applications that we serve. What makes this happen? It's the additives. It's the additives that give PVC such a wonderful behavior. But as you know, quick question to all of you. 1981, Amitabh Bachchan, Prakash Mehra, blockbuster, Lavaris. The song that created havoc for decades from the same movie. Mere angane mein tumhara kya kaam hai? And one sentence from that particular song, which I liked very much, is that Jo hai naam wala, wahi to badnaam hai. The one who gets fame gets defamed very quickly. And unfortunately, that has been happening with various additives of PVC. PVC per se as a material gets sort of a clean sheet from the environmentalists, but the focus is now on additives. We had a long session, when I say long with 6 O's on stabilizers. And after that, we are going to have our speakers who are going to talk on different additives. And after stabilizer, the subject has to be lubricants. Because
Thank you. Good evening, my name is Vincent Clarke, and thank you for the opportunity to talk to you about quality lubricants in rigid PVC applications. Honeywell, through its AC Wax brands, has supported this industry for many years and has a proven track record. Initially, I'd like to focus on external lubricants and how they affect the fusion control of the PVC. Secondly, I'd like to talk about metal release and the relative efficiency of different lubricants. I'll touch about rigid PVC and more specifically calcium zinc, which is growing at the expense of lead, and highlight common process problems associated with and how they can be solved by the lubricant. I will finish with some comments on O-PVC and C-PVC, and then we'll have some takeaways. This is a Brabender torque rheometer graph that we're all familiar with. It gives a rheology signature of the compound and correlates to the process behavior in the extruder. Time is on the x-axis, and we see why the blue line is the torque curve of the compound, and of course the red is the temperature curve. It gives useful information like the fusion time peak and the stabilizer depletion time. The lubricant plays a role in controlling the fusion and torque. And the Brabender curve also gives us the amount of time before actually the PVC breaks down and cross-link, which you want to avoid, of course, because you don't want that to be stuck in your extruder. So essentially, the Brabender is used by the PVC industry for compound quality control and formulation development and adjustment. Here we see the Brabender curve superimposed over the extruder and how it correlates to the transition of the PVC compound from a powder to a melt phase in the extruder. You use the Brabender as a tool to predict compound extruder behavior, and once your standard compound is dialed in on the machine, you can predict process changes to the form.
Thank you, Mr. Diwan, for the gracious introduction and being the chairman for this valuable session. I hope the audience is able to cope up with the session after lunch, and good lunch that Nidhi has been serving to everybody. And I hope this session is valuable for all of you. Just to outline, we will give a brief introduction of our group and recent expansions, followed by the global outlook on plasticizers, regulatory and performance constraints, trajectory of new generation of plasticizers from KLJ, and the segment orientation of plasticizers in the Indian market, and followed by some concluding remarks. KLJ Group, as a lot of you might be knowing, is the largest manufacturer and market leader in the plasticizers and polymer compounds and in South Asia. Total group manufacturing capacity of about 1.4 million tons per annum. We are also the largest manufacturers of chlorinated paraffins, not just in India, but across the world. Last year's annual turnover of $1.4 billion, sales presence in 40 plus cities and 90 plus countries, a lot of modern, latest infrastructure, a dedicated team, which has made all this possible. In the plasticizer business, we are the largest manufacturer of plasticizers in South Asia and amongst the top 5 in the world, with the installed capacity of about 665,000 tons per annum. We have one of the widest range of products available under a single roof in the world in the plasticizer segment. We are the first ones to backward integrate in India to manufacture phthalic anhydride, one of the key raw materials. We have a very large R&D setup wherein we are able to come up with new processes and new products so quickly. In-house packaging plant to ensure consistency of product delivered to the customer. We have multiple locations, primary plasticizers in Silvassa and Bharuch, and chlorinated paraffins in Gujarat and overseas in Thailand and Qatar. As I said, KLJ Plasticizers started the first integrated 100,000 ton phthalic anhydride plant with...
Very good afternoon to all. Thanks to Dr. Shreekant for the nice introduction. And today I'm honored to represent my company, Galata Chemicals, in the capacity of country head for India and Middle East. And my presentation is going to be on process aids, especially focus on sand process aids. So you see also another name beside me in the presentation, and some of you probably know Dr. Peter Frankel. He's our global technology head based in United States, and our team in India jointly worked with the US colleagues to put up the slides together. All right, so I'm going to start a couple of slides about the company, although most of you know about Galata Chemicals. We are not only known for our tin stabilizers, but we probably are one of the very few companies which offer such a comprehensive range of total additive package for the vinyl industry. I'm not going to read each of these, but a couple of important takeaways from these slides. Except for plasticizers, the other product lines are manufactured in India, which is a great opportunity for the customers and as a supplier to work together. Apart from vinyl industry, there are other industries we also cater to. For instance, we also have a range of sustainable offering on our tin catalyst, which goes into the polyurethane industry. These are non-CMR category. I'll talk about it as I move further. We also manufacture these liquid phosphites at our Dahej plant, and then at our Tarapur plant, we also make this what is called as thioesters, which is a secondary class of antioxidants. It's basically used in polyolefin industry.
without the presentation, just give you an introduction to Huber Advanced Materials. So Huber Advanced Materials is part of JM Huber Corporation. This is a privately owned company based in North America. Huber was introduced in US by a German immigrant about 140 years ago. Currently, the fifth generation is taking over the leadership. Huber Advanced Materials is focused on halogen-free flame retardants. Maybe it's working now. Let me see. Now I cannot move forward. Okay, thank you. Here we go. So Huber Advanced Materials is focused on halogen-free flame retardants. However, we also produce aluminum oxide, calcined oxides. We offer activated oxides that are used as catalyst carriers or in cleaning, in filtration applications. And then we have Euro resins that are used in as matting agents. Martinal and Hydral are our fine precipitated ATH grades that find use as flame retardants in HFFR compounding, but also in PVC applications. And we do have some magnesium hydroxide that are used in HFFR and in some very specific PVC applications. Safire is a phosphorus nitrogen-based product that is typically used in engineering thermoplastics, and today's presentation will focus on our molybdenum-based product, our ChemGuard range. So, coming to the current challenges in the PVC industry when using antimony trioxide. So PVC is an excellent material. I mean, we heard a lot about PVC. It can anything between flexible and, well, impact modified profile material, unplasticized.
Next up, Mr. Pushp Jain, the Managing Director of KLJ Plasticizers. Mr. Mario from Huber Advanced Materials. Request you to please come forward. Thank you. And Mr. Venkatasubramanian from Galata Chemicals.
I'm going to request Sani sir and Aruna ma'am to please come on the dais and hand over Dr. Diwan his memento, please. Come. Aruna ma'am has gone to drop Dr. Nayak, so...
She's back. Yeah, she's
okay, yes. She's always in time, always when needed. The reliable, resilient, colorful PVC, Miss Aruna. इतना मैंने भी सीख लिया डॉक्टर दीवान सर. Thank you. We can have a group pictures with our eminent speakers. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we come to the last session, which is the technical session, molecule to macromolecule. We have two speakers from BSF and Thyssen Group. We're not going to break. We're just going to carry on the two papers. The tea is there. If you want to go and pick it up and bring it back, it's your wish. Otherwise, you can have it after.